Hey everybody, this is Royce here with Gates 3 Designs, and you're listening to Gates 3 Designs, the podcast.
Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous. Fear is a very interesting little creature. It is a very interesting little creature. It can cause you to give up and settle or just give up period and say screw it and not even care. I mean, think about it. Fear is believing that something is dangerous. Now, I can tell you that, first I'll start off like this. Over the weekend, I launched my website. It's been a long time coming. I should have launched this website a long time ago. I should have started my Instagram a long time ago. I should have been putting out my renderings a long time ago. But fear stopped me. I had a fear that my peers, friends, and family would see me fail. And that's something I heard Gary, I think it's Gary I call him Gary V. I think it's actually Gary Vay or Gary Vaynerchuk or something like that. I listen to him a lot now. Like, this guy, he grabbed my ear and I'm addicted. But he had said, we're afraid to fail in front of our family. We're afraid to fail in front of our friends. And we have to get over that. And when he said that, I said, that's so true. I am so scared for my friends and my family and my peers to see me fail at something. And I thought about it. I'm like, why? If they're really my friends and my family and people I hold dear to my heart, they'll be with me no matter what. And if they don't, they just wanted to see you fail in the first place anyway. And you shouldn't have to you don't live for other people. You live for yourself. And fear, that creature. If you have dreams and goals and you have an idea of a business or just something you want to do, don't allow fear to stop you. And I had to realize that. And I didn't realize that until it was October of 2016. And I'm sitting thinking like, hold on. I am about to be 30 years old. 30 years old. 30. And I said, what the fuck have I done? And okay, yeah, I've been to college. I've worked at firms but from day one, since I was 12 years old, I told myself, I want to get into building homes because I'm sick of seeing all these vacant homes in our community, in our neighborhood, all these boarded up windows, and nobody's living in these houses when they can be utilized, so people could live in them. And the houses we live in look like crap anyway. Like, we deserve better homes. That was my whole reason. That's way before I heard of a Rick Ross or heard of Buy Back the Black, which I commend that guy, man. I commend him a lot. And, who else was 2 Chainz and Gucci? Gucci Mane was on that song. And this was way before I heard of these guys and way before I heard about Buy Back the Block. And I've always wanted to buy back the block since I was 12 years old. Like, I'm going to come back here. I want to figure out how I'm going to build wealth. That means go to college, get a job and work. I'm just going to buy property in these neighborhoods and fix them up and rent them out to people so they can have nice places to live. Like, kids deserve better places to live. People deserve it. And that was my whole plan. But I realized that when I was turning 30, I'm like, okay, I could have been doing that stuff. I could have been started, I could have started that stuff already. Like, why am I so far behind? I'm 30 years old. You know, I could have been doing it in college. I could have been like saving and starting the Gates 3 designs beforehand, and then getting into the buying the homes and all that stuff. And I realized it was fear. It was fear holding me back. You know, it's amazing how strong fear is. It's just amazing, and not in a good way. So I just realized, like, you know, I had a plan. I had this big plan. You know, I want to do design renderings for firms. I want to have my own company doing it. I don't want to work for a firm the rest of my life, as far as clocking in at 8 a.m., staying till 5 and doing what they tell me to do and working on what they tell me to work on. I want to do the part of architecture I enjoy doing. I love taking floor plans and elevations and helping a person show what the final product would look like. I love doing design renderings. I love it. I do it every single day. And I've done it every single day for free. It's just something I would do forever. You know, if I wasn't getting paid for it to do it, you know, the few jobs that I did get, if I wasn't getting paid for it, I'd still do it. I just love doing it, you know, but I should have been turned this into a business. The fear of, well, what if I'm not as great as I think I am? And seeing other people's renderings, like, holy crap, that's a good rendering. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be people better. You know, some people just have different tools, different software, and I allowed fear to stop me. And I said, okay, if that person over in Australia is doing this, and his stuff looks amazing, who do I think I am? I can't be trying to sell this service to anybody. Like, look at his work. Look at her work. And all actuality is just fear. Like, clearly I've been told, you do great work. You've done great work for me. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And I still allow fear to creep in. You know, it's crazy. And also being afraid that my peers would see it and say, that's not good enough. Why is he doing that? I can do better. I might as well just do it. You know, I'm just, or doing it and failing at it. You know, telling everybody, hey, I'm starting this business. Support me on Instagram. Support this, support that. And 6 months or a year, I stop. And they're like, what happened to the Instagram? And I run into someone like, hey, are you still doing that rendering service thing or whatever? And I'm, oh no, I gave it up. You know, I'm like, I'll feel stupid if I did that. But who cares? At least try. Like, I don't want to be old, 90 years old, looking back like, man, I remember I wanted to start a rendering service. Man, I probably could have been pretty big by now. Man, I probably could have created that 3D software that I wanted to create. 3D modeling and rendering program. I probably would have had enough money by now to invest in something like that and create that software, and had my own software forever. You know, had my own name and my company in my family forever. Pass it down to my niece. You know, if I have a kid, pass it down to my son or my daughter. You know, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be old looking back like, why didn't I do it? You know, and fear, man, fear is like I said, man, it's a little monster. It's a little monster. It's a little evil creature, man. It can cause you to give up or just settle and regret things. I remember when I was in community college, I was studying architecture also there, and I remember we had our first presentation. And I remembered in high school, for like this final project or whatever it was, we had to do this big presentation. And I remember thinking, like, I was so scared when I did it then. I'm not going to do it now. And I remember telling my teacher, emailing my teacher, oh, I'm sick, I can't come in, the day of presentations. And he hit me with, okay, that's fine. You'll just do yours next class. And I'm like, okay, well, that gives me more time to prepare. But I'm still scared. So next class starts, or next class comes. I email him again. Sorry, couldn't make it. Still feeling sick. I have a stomach bug. I don't know. I'm making up every excuse because I am scared. Now, what if that teacher, and I didn't fail, and I ended up doing the presentation, I think that Friday of that week. And what if my teacher said, okay, well, you missed 2 classes, because he could have been strict. Like, people don't understand, like, these professors, they can just X you out and you can't do anything about it. But this professor could have been like, well, you missed 2 classes, you missed 2 assignments, we did other work while you were gone. I don't think you're taking this serious. I'm going to fail you. And I would have had to take, I would have had to wait until next year to take that class again. Like, just what if he would have failed me? I would have failed because I was scared. Like, really? Because because of fear. Fear could have changed my life that much to where I would have had to wait 1 whole year to take that class again, which would push my graduation date back. That's insane. That is insane, man. So I ended up doing that presentation, and I remember being scared as hell. And this is what I remember. I remember people looking at me, and that's what I get scared of. I hate being the center of attention. I hate when people are just staring at me. So I was very nervous. Very, very nervous. But I got through it. I got through my slides. I was a little shaky, literally. My voice. My voice, man. You know how you get the, like, shakes in your voice because you're nervous? I definitely had that. And I got through it. And I remember after I did it, everybody started to clap. And I'm like, why are they clapping? That was horrible. I'm just thinking, like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. And I remember the guy that sat in the middle. He was in my class. He sat up front. He was going to school for project management. And he was like, hey, Royce, man, good job, man. Good job. And I'm like, that wasn't a good job. But I realized that these people were just, my peers were looking at me like, okay, he's scared. He's nervous. Let's not make it worse for him. Let's not clown him so he'll never do it again, because this is his weakness. This is not his strength. They clapped me up and, hey, good job. And that gave me confidence. Even though that first presentation was horrible, each presentation after that was tremendously better. It got so much better. So, I mean, I was afraid that my peers would judge me and my teacher would judge me, but really, they were there for me. So I could have allowed fear to stop me from presenting, and I would have never known that at that point in time, my peers were there for me, and they were there to look out for me. So don't allow fear to stop you, please. It's an ugly, ugly monster, like I said. I feel like fear